We're standing here outside the Supreme Court where the justices just concluded arguments in a pivotal case known as Trump versus Anderson, whether Trump can remain on the ballot in the state of Colorado. Now, the justices today had very interesting arguments to bring to the table. Not only were the justices skeptical, but they said it may not just be up to the states to decide who can be on a national election ballot.
How do we review those factual findings? Why should clear error review apply? And doesn't that just kind of buckle back into this point that Justice Kagan was making, that we made with Mr. Mitchell too, that it just doesn't seem like a state call?
There were issues that were raised about Section 3, even by Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, as to whether the text of Section 3 even applies to presidents.
Are you arguing both that the office of the presidency should not be considered one of the barred offices, and that a person who previously took the presidential oath is not subject to disqualification?
We are arguing both, Your Honor.
I don't see that in your brief. I see a lot of focus on the second, but not on the first.
There is definitely more focus on the second, and we acknowledge that we have a somewhat heavier lift on the first point.
Why? It seems to me that you have a list and president is not on it.
Chief Justice John Roberts was concerned about a patchwork of states.
A number of states will say whoever the Democratic candidate is, you're off the ballot, and others for the Republican candidate, you're off the ballot, and it'll come down to just a handful of states that are going to decide the presidential election. That's a pretty daunting consequence.
The Supreme Court is likely to make a decision by Super Tuesday, March 5th, in order to comply with the deadlines for not only Colorado's ballot, but dozens of other states that have similar deadlines. In the meantime, Trump is on his way to Nevada, where he has already declared victory in the state's primary. For Washington Examiner, I'm Kalen Dees.